Hello friends, I'm Baltmatrix, and today we're taking a look at Pentastorm from the Carbot line. Now, this is not the official Pentastorm figure, but rather a knockoff version. And believe it or not, the knockoff version is CHUG size, or 187, I think is what CHUG size is. So it's actually bigger than the original figure, but in some ways the original figure is better. I don't have the original figure, so I suggest you head down to the link in the description to fellow reviewer K.R. Brickbot. He does an excellent job of breaking down this figure in a way that I just can't, because I'm not familiar with all the Koreanness that's going on here. He does a much better job of that, and he has both figures, so he does a size comparison in his video. So I strongly suggest heading down to that video in case you're interested to find out much more detail than I'm able to supply you here. So let's go ahead and take a look at these figures. For a quick size comparison with the limb bits, here is Earthrise Optimus Prime. We have this 4-door Hyundai Veloster, which doesn't actually exist. So even the smallest vehicle is roughly the same size as Earthrise Prime in vehicle mode. And it's a SWAT vehicle. It's a SWAT car. It's fine. It's all black and shiny with chrome, which is nice. Then we have the police car, or the Tobot police car, which has a nice chrome on the middle of the light bars. And again, it's roughly the same size as Prime. And then we come into this Assault 9119 minivan, which, again, about the same size as Prime. And then finally, an ambulance that has this piece that can come off that will form the backpack in the combined mode. I don't know if this is just a storage unit or an air conditioning unit. So again, about the same size as Prime in vehicle mode. Now, all 4 of these are very, very light, very hollow. They do come with stickers that you can apply, and I'm just not going to bother. Alone, these 4 are fine cars, but they really shine when you add in Storm here, who is this big old truck that makes me think it's a garbage truck, but I know that's not the case. It's just a big old truck. Storm's truck mode is really, really huge. I mean, here's Siege Optimus Prime next to it. It's just massive. Now, I would show you Pentastorm Storm compared to Prime with this trailer, but I can't find Prime's trailer. I don't remember where I put it. So yeah. This is a big one. This is a big boy. All right, now transformation for Storm is pretty easy, but there is one little trick to it. To start off with, come to the back and just grab the entire back and pull it away from the figure. And then there are these little pieces that are connected. Those are actually the arms. And disconnecting them requires way more force than you would think. Fold the entire rear section down, and then flip the entire rear section around for the bottom legs, and then fold out the feet, split the legs, and stand the figure up. Now the torso is pretty simple. Straighten out the arms, fold out the shoulders, take the secondary wheels and flip them in like so. Grab the front of the vehicle mode, open it up, fold it down like that, and then flip the entire section around 360 degrees, or I guess 300. And then there is supposed to be a little notch here that you could peg the back into, but there isn't, since this is a KO, and it just kind of rests there. And then we take the shoulders and pose them and move them into the correct spot, and there we go. Blue, chrome, black, and red with yellow here and there works really well, and this is a large figure. While I like the head sculpt, there's a lot going on with that head sculpt. The red, the white, the chrome, the blue. It's a bit much. And it's really, really hard to tell from the the image here, but there are eyes right there. There are eyes there. They're just clear plastic that act like they should have light piping, but I've not really been able to get the light piping to work all that well. It kind of works there a little bit, but not really. And that's because the light piping is on the side of the head. So one little swivel bit. Yeah, just the light piping is right there. There is no, or very minimal light piping on the back of his head, and it barely works. Barely. Besides the swivel on the head, ratchet in the shoulder, ratchet on the outer shoulder, and ratchet in the double elbow. Unfortunately, the legs don't move forward and back or in and out, but the knees are ratcheted, and the toes, trust me, there is a ratchet there, but it's very minimal. So posability isn't great on this one. Height-wise, Storm is big. He's just about the same size as MP10 Prime, and he towers over every figure in the current Transformers lines, even the Ultra Class figures. Okay, tight, not like Jetfire or anything over Leader Class? Is it Leader Class? There's what, Leader, Ultra, and Titan? Yeah, I meant Leader Class. That's a Voyager class, by the way. Now, of course, this wouldn't be a Tobot video, or a Tobot-related video, without some combination. So, we'll go ahead and grab the ambulance and the SUV, and transform the ambulance first. So, remove the top, come down to the bottom, fold up the wheels, and flip that section open at the roof, and then just put that down, and do the same thing for the red guy. Now, one thing that's really annoying is the red does not have what should be a windscreen here. One of the stickers is actually supposed to go here to act like it's got a windscreen, or front windshield for those of us in America. And then grab Storm here, fold up his toes, and then drop him into his new car shoes. Like so. Haha! For the torso, we're going to take the arms, and I just like to fold the arms all the way out just to get them out of the way. Grab the entire rear section and fold it around, and then open up the top, and then flip everything around so that the giant combiner head shows up. Flip the backpack down, and it will snap into place on these little pegs that doesn't really snap in all that well. Grab the shoulders and rotate them. Fold the arms down, and I like to put them off at an angle and make sure that those arms are straight, because we're going to grab the police cars now. We're going to take the front of the police car and push it away from the body like that, fold it back, and there are two pegs that the bottom of the police car will peg into just behind the front wheels. Push this little slider in, come to the back, and open up this panel, and then the wrist, or the knuckle, will slot into that section right there. We close it up and give him some extra arms, or in this case, boxing gloves, which there's a problem with these, and I'll get into that in just a minute. And it's nothing horrible, it's just there are some things that this figure doesn't like. Okay, now for the backpack. Grab the top of the ambulance, flip out the wings, and then there's supposed to be little rockets in there that you can't see. That's one of the big differences between this figure and the official release. The backpack is a lot better. And here we have Pentastorm. Pentastorm has car shoes, and lots of chrome, lots of black, and a new head. And the new head works. It does have some light piping. I'm not going to bother showing it to you because you could pretty much guess. But yeah, overall, it works. With the addition of the car shoes, he gains quite a bit of height and quite a bit of mass, especially on the arms. As you can see, Prime is now dwarfed-ish by Pentastorm, and oh, poor Nemesis. He's so tiny. The overall aesthetic of the figure is pretty good. It works for me. I'm not a huge fan, however, of the stuff coming off the back of his feet. Oh well. Posability is badly affected in this mode, though. So the arms and the ratchets are fine. I'm sorry, the shoulder ratchets are fine, but the arm ratchets just aren't strong enough to really hold the cars up. And this torso section, I feel it really should lock into place, but it doesn't. And that's a shame because it rolls back way too easily. And then there's really nothing you can do with the legs. So very, very Tobot-esque. I'm not saying it's bad or it's not good. It's just there are some slight flaws with the figure that you should be aware of, especially if you're considering picking this set up. Now, I got this set over at sirtoys.com. It's also available on eBay, but you have to be careful because there are folks out there that are advertising this set as an official Tobot set, and it kind of isn't. And I'm sorry, not Tobot, hello Carbot. That is one of the weird things, is that this whole thing, it's supposed to, I don't know. I don't know. It's like a KO, and from what I understand, these directions are pretty much just ripped directly or copied directly from the official Hello Carbot directions. Tobot, Hello Carbot, same thing, roughly. I like this set. I honestly do. I picked it up for like 40, maybe 50 bucks, and that was a steal considering the original Pentastorm is going for 150 to 200 at times. This is definitely good enough. Again, folks, if you're interested in this set and the original set, please go down to the link in my description to the KR Brickbot review for this set. He does a fantastic job talking about the actual cars and the actual car toys versus the original and the original figures, which actually transform to robots, as opposed to what I have here. He has all of those figures where I do not, and he also has more knowledge about the Hello Carbots lore than I do. Also, if you're thinking of picking up this set for yourself, head down to the description as well to pick it up from sirtoys.com. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to follow me over on Twitter and Patreon. That helps me keep the lights on. I've been Baltmatrix, and I'll catch you next time. What's that? You want to get closer? Okay, hold on!